What is up, everyone? Welcome to a live edition of the Renegade Roundtable podcast here. I am Jeffrey Kirby. As you can see, we have Jarryd here who is pulling, he's booking things. So first and foremost, Jarryd, how the hell are you?
Doing good. I'm looking at the picture right now.
We're looking at the picture. We have the schedule released. It is here. And we know what? Let's go ahead and let's show it off. Oh, nope. I just turned off my camera, which some of y'all may not would be okay. We're going to pull this up here and we're going to discuss this. So I just pulled it up here on my Twitter. The official schedule for the 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, behind the scenes, within the last 10 minutes or so, me and Jarryd had already booked our Airbnb. We just got that for the home opener for week one. The first home opener on week one in a decade.
Almost a decade.
Yes, I think
2014.
2014 against the Browns was the last time that we had a week one home opener game.
Wow.
That is nuts.
Insane.
And thank God we get it against the San Francisco 49ers, which, don't get me wrong, I am super excited about this. I am super excited. Justin, I love you. He said, fuck the Steelers. I knew that was you.
Not surprised.
No, that's you. But yeah. Holy shit, it's gonna be a blast. So let's talk about this. It's not gonna be a real crazy episode. We just wanted to kind of do this live. We wanted to give our live reactions to the schedule here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I need to try to get this out to everyone here. Everything's just been going so quick with how much shit's been going on here. So let me try to put this out on the socials real quick. But in the meantime, let's look at this. So week one, at home against San Francisco. Initial thoughts?
Very pumped.
And we will be there, by the way.
Very pumped. Surprising. Honestly, I don't know what they were going to do. We had the feeling it was meant to be because the Pirates weren't going to be in town when week one starts, and finally we get a home opener. First 2 weeks it's pretty good against the Niners. We're starting off against a really good team.
So here's my thing: when you look at week one against San Francisco, so obviously we've been getting really excited about the offensive line. It's been getting totally revamped over the last couple of years. Broderick Jones, Isaac Sayamalu, Mason Cole, James Daniels, and Chuks Corfor. So that offensive line has kind of gotten revamped over the last couple of years. We're excited to see what this new offensive line is going to look like. But you're going to be going up against an absolute dominant San Francisco defensive line. They are going to be very good.
Yeah, they are. I still have a question about the quarterback position, personally. For the Niners, you got Brock Purdy. Who's starting? Brock Purdy or Trey Lance?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know.
It is supposed to be Trey Lance. If it's Trey Lance, I don't think Brock Purdy's gonna be ready by the start of the season.
He may not be. I'm not sure what the timetable is, but even then, it's like
he's putting on a good team, which is great for Trey Lance if he starts, most likely. But he's going against our defense here, It's probably his first real live action since his first game against the Bears when it was raining over there in Chicago. He played that game and that was it.
So my friend Justin here, he says Brock Purdy will be back by camp instead of Kyle Shanahan. So we'll see. Injuries are obviously something that you have to be careful about when you're, whether you're a quarterback, pitcher, whatever it is involving something like that. it puts a lot of stress on your arm. So it's going to be very because it's also the mental part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, when you come back from a serious injury like that, there's always that mental. Joe Burrow had it with his knee. He was very there was media members talking about Joe Burrow during that game where he looked very skittish.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Bush here, after he came back from his ACL, he looked very skittish, and obviously that deteriorated his play for a while. It happens. It's the mental part of things, and not everyone is going to be like Adrian Peterson, where you come back and immediately just go on one of the greatest runs in a season for a running backs. It's just not going to happen like that.
Am I confident? If you say right now everyone's healthy, let's just say that for whatever. Can the Steelers beat anybody? Can beat anybody. I'm like 60 to 70% confident with this first game. We could beat the Niners. It's their defense is what really scares me. Of course, you got Debo and their offense, but I feel like we have a really good defense. The linebacking core could be the question. A lot of new pieces, but I feel confident with our defense.
Here's what's interesting about this game. You look at the last couple of years and who we've played. 2021, we played the Buffalo Bills. Phenomenal team.
Mm-hmm.
We go out in Buffalo and beat them. Last year against Cincinnati. Now, I completely understand that it took a lot of luck, but we were able to beat the Cincinnati Bengals, the reigning defending AFC champions. We were able to beat them in their house.
Saying week one, anything can happen. It's the first week, first live action. It's going to take time for chemistry.
So, yeah, and it was ironic. So Justin said here, he said, hey, nobody had y'all beating the Bills, or it was 2 years ago. Or whatever week that was, so there's always a chance. Yeah, week 1 in 2021, that had us hype as hell. So you're always going to go into week 1. The confidence level is going to be at all-time high. Steelers fans right now, we are so high on the Steelers just based on the offseason that we've had. Isaac Seumalo. Just the linebacking core that you've been able to add. You've been able to add Patrick Peterson. I understand he's not the Patrick Peterson of the prime. I get that. But he's still going to be able to not only bring a veteran presence, but he'll still be able to produce for you. Joey Porter Jr., he's going to be out there making plays. This is an exciting time. Second year for Kenny Pickett. Now we're going to have, as fans, we kind of treated him like a child last year in terms of, the baby steps. This year, we're going to be treating him like a full-blown NFL quarterback. He's going to get the slander when deserved, but he'll get the praise when deserved. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to see. Matt Canada, obviously, there's going to be a lot of eyes on him to begin with. He'll be in the booth, but there'll be a lot of eyes on him and how that offense will look. How will Deontay look? How will George Pickens look in year 2? Najee. Well, this is a huge year for Najee going into it. He's in his 3rd year now. Because for him to if he wants to get that 5th year option picked up, or even to have the Steelers even think about some sort of extension, he has to have a big year this year.
Yeah, definitely agree. I definitely agree. It's a big, it's a tough game to start right out the gate, basically,
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough game. Obviously, I don't think anyone should look down on the 49ers. I mean, there would be no reason why you would.
No.
But it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a very tough game, but like we've all said, anything can happen in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then you move on to week 2. So here's what's ironic. So you have Monday Night Football, Browns Steelers. I'm trying to remember what happened the last time Browns Steelers was on Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh. I'm trying to remember. Can you help me out with that?
No.
I think TJ Watt had like 4 sacks or something in that game.
Oh, that's right. I was there. I remember now.
Yeah, Jarryd was there. You have very vivid memory of that.
It took a minute to think about it. I was like, oh, yeah.
You did that. I was doing a live reaction stream because I wasn't able to make that game. That still hurts me to my core. But, yeah. Which is ironic because me and Jarryd, like we've said, we're going to be there week 1. It is confirmed per sources. The sources are us itself. Week 2 might be interesting because there's a chance I might be in Pittsburgh for week 2 as well.
For you, definitely.
Justin, who's in the comments here, us and a couple of our friends have talked about possibly trying to go to Pittsburgh for the Browns Steelers game, and it might be happening. So I might be in back-to-back weeks in the 4-1-2.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Good Lord. But yeah, I mean, obviously, any divisional game is going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what Deshaun Watson's going to. Deshaun Watson for the Browns is going to be the big key. Is he going to look like the 6 games he played last year, or is he going to go back to the last time we see him play a full season, which was in 2020, where he led the league in yards and was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL? That's going to deter. That's a lot on their shoulders. Is how is Deshaun Watson going to play? No, obviously you have Nick Chubb. They're going to be able to run the football very well. I get that. Defense, there's obviously question marks for them on the defensive side, but they have good corners. They've went beefed up a little bit on that interior defensive line, so that's going to be a tough matchup.
I agree.
A divisional game. It's going to be a tough matchup on prime time. We'll see. Then we move on to week 3, the first road game on the year at Las Vegas, Sunday Night Football. So back-to-back primetime games for the Steelers.
Well, since they got the Monday Nighter, yeah, makes sense. But not listen, the Raiders, they have Jimmy G. They got their tight end now. I forgot who it is now. I wish.
They traded away Darren Waller.
They traded, but they got somebody. Was it from the draft? I don't remember. But anyways,
I don't remember. I'm losing.
They're not a bad team. Their defense is not good. Probably their weakest link is their defense, as we all know. So Kenny Pickett should have a great day. Hopefully,
What happened the last time the Steelers played the Raiders? Oh, wait, Kenny Pickett went on a game-winning drive.
Right.
The first of back-to-back game-winning drives. He had them in back-to-back weeks.
Yep, back-to-back.
But, yeah, I mean, Las Vegas, though, when you look at historically over the last 10 years, those games have been – I mean, they've beat – 2018, they beat us in a game that we shouldn't have lost, which ended up costing us the playoffs that year, which I don't care what anyone says. Between 2017 and 2018, that 2018 team was so much better than that 2017 team because that defense was better. And obviously, Big Ben was the league leader, he had 5,000 yards that year passing. The final year of Antonio Brown, you still had Juju, who went off for 1,500 yards that year. James Conner went to the Pro Bowl that year, and that game still pisses me off to this day. That game still pisses me off. But you look at that before. 2016, 2015 or 2016, one of those years. That game was very, very close. 2021, the home opener of 2021, Steelers lost that game against the Raiders. Last year, very close game. So the Raiders are going to be they're always a tough team for us.
Yep, always. But, it's like I said, I guess, the leaks, everything looks the same. Nothing really changed.
Yeah. So then you move on to week 4, the Houston Texans, where we might be able to see former Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud. We'll see. It could be C.J. Stroud. It could be whoever
it should be.
Should be. He was one of those 2 quarterbacks where I said you could play him day one if you wanted to, if he was ready. If they didn't, you didn't have to, but you would think you would probably be close to. Houston, they're Houston. I mean, they're not that. I mean, don't get me wrong. They did add Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud, so they got the best pass rusher and the second best quarterback in the draft. We'll see. Obviously, I mean, let's be honest. The Houston Texans are not that great of a team.
No.
But we also know how the Steelers are.
Exactly.
We're not going to have 38-7 games. It's going to end up going down to the wire.
I wish just one year. I wish I could have that, or one game, please. Just have that type of game. But it's never gonna happen.
They like to give us heartaches. Here's my thing. Now I understand this team I'm about to mention is complete the opposite of Houston. That Cincinnati game last year. Yeah, Cincinnati's a very good team. I'm not calling them the Houston Texans or anything like that. But I could still, to this day, feel them just my heart beating, just the emotions that were going on in that game. It was the biggest roller coaster ride I have ever witnessed in a Steeler game that I watched. That was one of the best week 1 games I've ever seen. That Steelers Bengals game last year. You go in the comments to the highlights of that. That's all you see is this is one of the greatest week 1 games I've ever seen. It is true.
Yeah, that was insane. I can't believe we won that game. But
so Derpy here says it's tempting to go to week 2 because it's one day before my birthday. Hey Derpy, if you go, let me know because I might be going to that game. Maybe we can link up or something. We'll be able to get together for a minute. Then you get to week 5, Baltimore.
Shocker.
Baltimore is Baltimore. We know how those games go.
Yep.
We know how those games go. It's going to be tough. Lamar, as long as he stays healthy, we'll see Lamar. We didn't see Lamar at all last year. Mm-hmm. And we didn't see Lamar in the last week of 2021. So we have not seen Lamar in a while playing a game against us. I'm trying to remember what happened the last time Lamar played against us. Oh, wait. TJ Watt had a field day.
Oh, man. I hate the week 6 bye is my only complaint.
Yeah, the week 6 bye is annoying because
they could have put it if they flipped, like, for example, Tennessee and the bye, I would have been happy with that.
Because look at it here. I'm going to skip down a little bit too. So I'm pretty sure, is this your homie right here, Jacob?
Yep.
Jacob says Jack's game's going to be fire. Yep. We're going to get to that game actually here in a moment after this Rams game. So this game at LA for the Rams, 4:05 start, obviously, on Fox. Hey, we don't know what the hell the Rams are. Like, are they going to be good again, or are they still going to be booty butt cheeks like they were last year? We don't know.
It's one of those mystery teams that you don't know nothing about, really. Don't know what's going to happen.
But we know that we know one person that will be there, Aaron Donald. He'll be there. Yeah, we all know he's going to be a force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he will.
Oh, okay, there we go. Had a little lag there for a second, but we are back. Then you get to week 8, the Jags game.
I'll be at this one for sure. We'll be there.
Yeah, you will be. So let me ask you this, as someone who will be attending this game.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about, like, it could be, like, imagine if it's
oh, my God, it's really lagging. This is
RIP to your bank account.
Okay, you were lagging for me for a second. Okay. I heard the first part of the question.
So, my fault. I don't know. For some reason, our internet's just more like shit-internet. But, so how do you feel about that? So, you're going to the Jags game in the home opener. Imagine if the Jags game was week 2.
No, I would cry. My bank account is gone.
Non-existent. But, all right, how do you feel about
Bro, why?
All right, you still there?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just like my shit is lagging.
Mm-hmm. You said, well, how do you feel about what?
Like, how do you feel about, like, where the game is at right now? Like, weekend.
Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. It's probably, not too cold, not too hot. It's probably, just feels just right. I'm happy about that one.
Hopefully, just for that, I hope it's like 30 degrees.
Thanks.
I'm just kidding. Then you get into Thursday Night Football Week 9 at home against the Tennessee Titans, where Tennessee Titans are another one of those weird teams where you don't know what they're going to be. They're like a middle of the road team right now. Middle of the road.
Middle of a rebuild, basically. Are they going to keep Tannehill starting or have Will Levis start here? Don't know.
I don't know. I mean, again, at home, this is a game that you should win, but we know how this goes.
And free Derrick Henry, man. Get off the Titans if I'm him.
Also, I'm trying to think. The last two, I'm trying to think of the last few years of Thursday Night Football for us. Last year was against the Browns. We lost. 2021, that was the Chase Claypool blunder game where we got obliterated against the Vikings and then came back and almost won. I'm trying to remember who was who's our Thursday Night Football game in 2020? Or did we even have? Or was that one of those weird games where like the COVID flex thing?
Possible. I don't know for sure.
2019 was the Browns game. I was at that game. That was the Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph game we lost. 2018. So the last time we've won if I'm not mistaken, the last time we won a Thursday Night Football game was 2018. Last I checked. Need to get a win on Thursday Night Football because you have 2 Thursday Night Footballs. Remember that? Yeah. You have 2 Thursday Night Football games. 2.
I'm tempted to go to that one too.
Jesus. Which one? Against the Patriots?
Yeah. Tempted.
Why don't you go to that game week 17 in Seattle?
Oh God, no.
Imagine those tickets or those flight prices.
No, not my bank account.
All right, so you move on to week 10. Green Bay, the Aaron Rodgers-less week 10 against the Green Bay Packers. We don't know what the hell Jordan Love is going to be. We don't.
No idea. Well. At this time when this game comes up, we will know.
Well, yes. But as of
right now,
May 11th of 2023, we have no idea what the hell, like, in terms of an actual NFL quarterback. We don't know what Jordan Love is.
Definitely not. It's going to be interesting, though.
Then you get week 11 on the road against the Browns. Won't be surprised if I end up at that game. November 19th. Yeah, won't be surprised if I end up at that game. We'll see. But, I mean, again, on the road against them, they beat us last year on their home turf, Thursday Night Football. Year for that, 2021. I remember. Oh, listen, that game gets me hype. In terms of like doing actual like in the history that I've done, like doing like NFL reaction videos, that 2021 Browns Steelers game and in Cleveland where it was 15-10 might be still my favorite one that I've ever recorded. It hasn't done not the best that it's ever done. But in terms of my favorite that I've truly had emotional wise recording, that was it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's gonna be tough. Any divisional opponent, you have back-to-back divisional opponents on the road. You might as well just stay in Ohio because as soon as that you have to go down to Cincinnati at 1:00.
It's crazy. That's the first time we play against the Bengals too. It was week 12. It's a long time.
Yeah, it is. And obviously, that's gonna be right around Thanksgiving time. They're gonna be kicking into full gear.
Yep.
They're going to be kicking. They're going to be a great football team. We all know that. Those teams are going to be absolutely tough. Then you get into week 13 with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, we understand that they're not going to be without Kyler Murray in that game. We don't know who the hell their quarterback's going to be. Really, we don't care. That's a game you should win. Let's be honest. That's a game you should win.
Yep. They are not good.
They're not a good football team.
But, you never know. There's always a trap game with this team every year that we lose to that we're not supposed to lose to.
Damn trap games. Last year with the Jets.
Yep, should have not lost that game.
Oh, that game still pisses me off. Then you get to week 14 where you go, again, Thursday Night Football against the New England Patriots. So, New England doesn't scare me anymore. That's ironic. I say that, and then they beat us last year when we were there. Me and Jarryd were there. We saw it.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Nick, who's a Patriots fan.
You know what? Yeah, shout out to Nick. You were a cool dude. I met you. You were cool. You were not one of the very rare Patriots fans that were not annoying and arrogant. So I can appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't seen Thursday night games.
Should win this game as well, but
Again, keyword should. Will they? We don't ever know. Then you get to week 15. Now, this is date and time determined against the Colts, which is interesting that they make this game time. Now, I'm not sure if they made this for everyone, but it's weird that they have this game as that because are they expecting the Colts to be good or what? Because that's going to be starting around the time where they'll start doing Saturday games. That's weird to me. Why would they do that? Time and place time and date to be determined on that game.
It's weird, and it's only week 15. You have the other two games,
Now, if they doing that for the other teams, are everyone like that, or I could understand week 18. I get that, but week 15 against the Colts at Indianapolis is interesting. But then you get to week 16, Cincinnati at home at the 4:30 game. That's a Saturday game at 4:30 on NBC.
Jeez, the Bengals. Wow, I didn't see that. Oh, bless you.
And we're live. No editing here. But yeah. Again,
Interesting.
Like I said before, in that week, what game was it? Week 12 game. They're going to be tough. Now you're going to be at home, but remember the last time that you guys played them at home, it didn't go out so well. The scoreboard did not entail what the game looked like. They did whatever they wanted. They carved you up.
Yeah.
Then you get to week 17 on the road against Seattle. Now, going to Seattle, it's weird. I don't know. That's just going to be weird looking. It's going to be weird looking, but that's going to be a tough game. As far as we think as of right now, that's going to be a really tough game based on – now, obviously, we're basing it on what happened last year. They made it to the playoffs. Seattle's going to be tough. They have a good offense. They added my boy Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
I'll do that real quick. That's going to be one – and that's going to be, to me, it almost seems like that game is going to be so vitally important if you Steelers want to make it back into the playoffs.
Yep.
That game's going to have so many implications. And then what's new? It's starting to become there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and the Steelers playing the Ravens on week 18 or the last week of the season.
They played the Browns last year. I mean, I could see the AFC North at the end of the season. That has been like that every year. The divisional.
Well, week 18 they do that every year. So every year on week 18 or the last week of the season they play a divisional game. Everyone does. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of, but I mean Baltimore at the end of the year.
Oh well.
We all know how those games are going to go.
We'll see. Date and time to be determined.
They're actually allied. So yeah, there actually are 3 guarantees of life: death, taxes, and Baltimore versus Pittsburgh games going down to the wire.
Yep.
When is the last time we've seen a blowout game in one of those games? Have we? How long has it been?
I want to say 2015, 14 maybe. I'm thinking. I don't know. That wasn't even a blow. It was a high scoring game.
Those games just simply do not go it's just simply not ever close.
It's always close.
It's simply they're never not close. Let me put it that way. Listen, I'm tired. Listen, I'll say this right now. Working in the flower industry during Mother's Day weekend ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak, dog.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so there is the schedule. All right, we're gonna put this out there right now. We're doing it. You know where I'm going with this next.
Oh God. What's the prediction, guys? What are we gonna go? 17-0. All
right, Jarryd. What are we gonna go? What are your predictions for the Steelers for the 2023 season?
Do you think I know right now? No.
All right. You know what? We'll play this exercise. So we're gonna determine. You're just gonna say W or L. We're just gonna go down this, and then you're gonna guess W. Or L.
Oh, okay. All right.
Week 1, San Francisco at home. W or L?
That's
I'll be honest, I got a bad feeling about that game.
I'm gonna put it as an L as of right now because I'm that's how I'm feeling. I want to put a W, my fandom, but I'm gonna put it as the L the first week as of right now.
All right, yeah. All right, so I'm typing this up. So we got L. All right, week 2 against the Browns at home. That's
win.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a win.
All right, so we're 1-1. Week 3, Sunday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Win. Should be a win. Their defense is terrible. They're garbage.
Yeah, but also so is Matt Canada.
Yeah, I know Matt Canada, but I'm trying to be positive about Matt Canada, all right?
Okay.
Let's be positive here. I know that's the big question mark, is Matt Canada.
I got a bad. I don't like that. I just got this bad feeling about that game. I got to go with an L there. But then we're going to go back with a W in week 4 against
2 W's. They're going to start 5-1. That's how I see it.
So wait. So they're starting off the season 5-1.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
5-1.
So now I got to go. So I have them going 2-2. We're gonna have them going. I have them going 3-2, going into the bye. Now we're out of the bye against the. Wait, hold on.
The Rams. Rams is a W.
All right. So I also. I got to make sure I do this right. So we got week 1, week 2, week 3. Week 4, week 5, week 7, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. So right now you have them going like 5-1 right now.
6-1.
6-1. Holy shit.
Against the Jags.
You'll be there.
I know.
That's going to be an L.
I'm going to give it the L as of right now. I want the win so bad.
That's good. I mean, Jacksonville, they're a good football team.
I'm as much respect right now. I'm gonna put the L right now. They're gonna go 6-2 right in here. But if I had to pick, which I'm more confident, if I'm attending to one of these games, is the Jacksonville game. It's more confident with the win over the Niners.
Interesting. All right, week 9, Thursday Night Football, the first of 2 against the Tennessee Titans. That's a dub.
Win.
We're getting our first Thursday Night Football game win in. So Jacob said they're beating the Jags.
I hope so. Jacob, I want to, but, I hope so.
All right. Week 10 against Green Bay.
That should be a win.
I got a feeling this is going to be just one of those weird losses. Listen, I wanted to say 17-0. We're going to win every game, but
listen. I'll tell you right now who's losing. I'm looking at it right now. We're going to split with Cleveland. We're going to split with Cincinnati, and I think we split with the whole division this year. Honestly,
you have going 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have them as your total record?
Let's see. I'm gonna go. What I put the loss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 losses for me right now.
So that would be 12-5.
Ooh, I don't know about 12-5. I'm not confident.
All right. Now I gotta add in the L.
Gotta make it more sensible. I want it to be 12-5. The Patriots. Yeah.
So 11-6.
11-6. I think that's the best right now. 11-6. 11-6.
Think 11. Now, do you think 11-6 wins you the division?
Oof. Maybe.
All right. So now I got to go through this real quick. So I got them going 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, five. Oh Jesus, 5-6, 6.
Oh, the internet.
All right, there we go. So me just going through this, I don't understand our internet's being shitty again. I apologize. I have them going at 9-8 again.
I hate it. I think that's the lowest. Like worst case scenario is 9-8. It is shitty.
You don't. Okay, there we go. I apologize.
Guys.
Like there's games that you should win that you won't, and then there's going to be a game where we shouldn't win and we do.
Yep, I agree.
Like who knows? That San Francisco game, week 1, could be a game that we win. I have them going as an L. Me and Jarryd both have them going as L's. That could be a game that we win. We don't know. We could win one of those Cincinnati games, and then we could also, knowing us, we'll end up losing to like to the Cardinals or something. It's just this.
Oh.
All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, our internet's just becoming way too shitty right now, and I apologize. We are about to get on out of here. It's going to be a short show to begin with. But I do want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys did, smash that like button, hit the red subscribe button, drop a comment. And until then, hope to see you guys in the next video or next live stream. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. Peace out.